All right, welcome. Thanks for joining us. This is a Herriman track and field parent meeting, kind of just giving you some information so you know what's going on so we can be ready for the season. Let's just jump right into it. We'll kind of get all the basics out of the way. The first day of practice is going to be February 22nd. It should be a Monday, and we are going to be starting at 3 o'clock. So practices are going to be Monday through Thursday, 3 o'clock to 5 o'clock. Plan on going it till 5. There'll be plenty of days where it's probably getting over closer to 4:30, but just depends on the group and what they've got going on. Plan on 3 to 5, Monday through Thursday. Fridays, each coach is going to kind of have a little bit of a different plan. I would guess most of them are still practicing after what would normally be our normal school hours, 3 to 5. But just talk to your coach once we get going and you figure out what group you would be in to figure out how Fridays and Saturdays would work. So just talk to your coach about that once we get there. Plan on, again, 3 to 5, just in case. And if there's issues, just talk to your coach. A lot of your communication is going to be directly with whatever coach you are associated with. If you have more questions than that, then absolutely come find me. My name's Coach Haig, and I'm the head coach over track and field. So if you have any questions, come find me and we'll go from there. So just the places where each group is going to meet. Throwers are going to meet by the shot put area, which is just south of the track. Boys sprints are going to meet on the east side of the track, so on the track but on the east side, which is the back straightaway. The girls are going to meet by the finish line. Girls sprints are going to meet by the finish line. Hurdles and jumps are also going to meet with the sprinters. So boys hurdles, boys sprints are going to meet on the back side of the track, east side. Girls sprints and hurdles, or jumps and hurdles, would meet by the finish line with the sprinters. Pole vaults is going to meet just by the pole vault pads. You'll be kind of in your own little group there. Distance group, so we have two distance groups. We have a mid-distance, which is usually 400, 800, and then a distance group, which is the 2 mile and mile. The mile kind of sometimes is both groups, but so we'll have two distance groups. They are both going to meet together over by the portable, which is just south of the shot put area. So there's the track, shot put, and then there's a portable on the cement pad. We're going to meet over there, kind of just off on the grass. So at 3 o'clock, we will meet with our groups. I'm going to be telling each coach the things that they need to talk about that day. They'll start off with the meeting. Freshmen, just get there as soon as you can. We know that you're not always able to be there right at 3, but just get there as soon as you can, and then find some of the more veteran kids in your group and just ask them what was talked about, or just talk to your coach and find out what was talked about. It is important. I'm going to have, especially the first couple weeks, there's going to be a lot of details that you're going to need to make sure that you are aware of. So make sure when you do get there, you talk to your coach and find out, hey, what did I miss? What was the meeting? Normally we have a big meeting with everyone on the track team together, but again, because of COVID, we're not doing that. So right when we get to our group at 3 o'clock, the coach will have something to tell his or her group. There's going to be a COVID check-in where they'll ask your name, they'll ask do you have any COVID symptoms? Have you been around anybody that's had any symptoms? And then temperature check. So we'll have that every day, and that will also help with roll, making sure that people are actually showing up to practice. We don't let people go to meets if they're not consistent at practice. It's just not fair to the kids that have been there, putting in the hard work, and then they all of a sudden can't go to an invitational because Johnny's not showing up to practice but still gets to go. So you need to be at practice, be consistent there. February 22nd, 3 o'clock. And I'll be out there too. If you're not sure where your group is, we'll be trying to point you in the right direction. If you don't know what group it is, this first week or two, you might be trying different things. Try the sprints. The beauty of track is that every body type has their own thing that they're able to excel in. If you're not a runner, you're not quick, or you're not more of an endurance runner, then we've got throws and jumps. And if you're crazy, you can do pole vault. So there's lots of different events for every body type. So that's the beauty of that. Our coaches. So I'm Coach Haig. I'm the head coach, and I will be also helping with the mid-distance and the distance. There's a chance I might be helping a little bit with high jump as well, but we'll see how that goes. Coach Keel is our girls sprint coach. He's been here almost as long as I have. He's been here a long time. Very knowledgeable, good guy. Coach Humphrey is going to be our boys sprints coach. Coach Byerly, or B as all the kids call him, he's going to be our throws coach. Amazing coach. He's won a lot of stuff for us. I can't even tell you the last time that he hasn't had an individual state champion in any of the throws, or at least one of the throws. I believe it's been since 2006 or 2008 or something like that. It might even be before that. So it's been a long time. He's our throws coach. Coach Dopp. So Cam Dopp is a new coach that we've got for us. He is going to be our hurdles coach. He's actually a professional hurdler now. He graduated from BYU and is an amazing hurdler. He actually has the all-class state record in Utah. He was at Woods Cross, and he broke the state record in the 300 hurdles. Just great athlete, really good guy, technician, knows his stuff. So he's our hurdles coach. Really want to encourage you guys to do hurdles if you have any speed and if you're athletic. Maddie Dixon is going to be our go-to for distance, so mid-distance and distance. She's going to be kind of the boss there. Her mile time was faster than mine in high school, which don't tell anybody that, but it was. Heidi, let's see, save Heidi for last. Scott Matheson, he's going to be our long jump coach. Colin James is going to be our pole vault coach. Heidi Summers is kind of going to be one of our, so we've got a couple coaches that are going to kind of help in different areas. And Heidi was a heptathlete in college, really good at basically everything. So she's going to be helping with high jump, long jump, maybe some hurdles, just kind of wherever is needed, along with her coach when she was in high school, Kevin Fletcher. So Fletch has been here for a little bit, and he was our hurdles coach before, and he's going to kind of be one of our rovers and helping. I love having coaches that know what they're doing, that can go and help with certain areas, and Fletcher and Heidi are both really going to be helpful. I'm excited that we're able to organize it this way. Lexi Hopkin is another one. She's going to be helping with the girls' sprints with Coach Keel, and then she might also help with high jump. Just kind of depends on what that's looking like. So I think we covered them all. Relays will be covered by several coaches. So the sprints coaches will be in charge of the 4x1 and the 4x2, and then the distance coaches will be in charge of the 4x8, and then both distance and sprints will be in charge of the 4x4. So they'll both work together. Just kind of depends on who ends up being in that 4x4. So, and by the way, 4x4 is a relay you really want to be on. It's tough, it's hard, but it's fun, and I hope that we can make that a desired position. So try to get on that 4x4. Next, what do I need? So to be eligible, to be on the team, this is what you need. So first of all, eligibility, your grades from second quarter, you need to have at least a 2.0 GPA and no more than 1 F. If you're not eligible, then you either need to try and work with a teacher to get it up, or you need to just practice, and you won't be able to compete until the end of the third quarter. So that would be the end of March. So you would still have a month and a half to compete, but you'd still be expected to come to practice and be part of the team, getting better. You can't just wait until the quarter's over and then expect to just jump in. So there's that. Other things you need to do. So to be eligible, you have grades. You need to create an account or update your account on Register My Athlete. So if you've never done it before, freshman, you go to registermyathlete.com, create an account, and there's some electronic signatures and some stuff that you fill out. And if you're a freshman, you don't click the transfer. That's one mistake people make, is they think they're a transfer since they're coming from a middle school. That's not true. You are eligible for the high school team as a freshman at your middle school, so you don't need to worry about that. So you create an account, you fill it out, then you need to get a physical. And this is one that I really need you to get on pretty quick. Try and get it done before the season if possible. May 1st is really kind of the date that I kind of need it done. If we really got to try and find something after that, it starts getting hard. So try to get your physical done before March 1st, preferably sooner than that, and then upload that to Register My Athlete. A lot of kids will just take a picture with their phone and then go to the website on their phone, and then you can upload it pretty easily. There's 3 pages to it. There's the physical that the physician would fill out. There's a family history that you and the parent guardians would fill out, and then the other one is a consent form. It's like the back of the front page that you would fill out as well. So we need all 3 pages uploaded to Register My Athlete, and then there's some electronic signatures that you sign on Register My Athlete. The fees to participate, participation is $100. The uniform is $50. The banquet, so at the end of the season we have a banquet, and that's $10 a person, a kid. So, and then the family comes as part of that, and we are going to have a banquet this year. So participation is $100, uniform is $50, and then the banquet is $10. Now the uniform, we are doing the same exact uniform as last year. A lot of you have already purchased uniforms, and you can use the same one. You don't need to buy a new uniform, you can use that same one. We didn't even get to use it. I think we used it one time last year, and so we just did the same uniform this year. That way you didn't have to get a new uniform. Unless you lost it or it's too small, you could sell it to someone else and then get a new one. I did order a bunch of new ones, so that way I'm ready, so that freshmen or whoever doesn't have one, I can get one. Shorts. Shorts are on the Spirit Pack. I do have some shorts here in my classroom. If you pay the office $20 for a short, then I can get you one of those, or you can just order it off the Spirit Pack link, which we'll talk about in a minute. So, fundraising. Fundraising, the past 6 years or so, we've done the same fundraiser, and it's really kind of waned. We haven't really gotten much lately out of it. And so we're going to try something a little different. We're going to really encourage the kids to ask anyone that owns a business or an uncle or somebody that is financially able to help sponsor them, and anything they get as a sponsor, they would get half of that towards any fees. So if you get a company that gives you $500, then $250 of that could be used to buy, pay your participation, pay a uniform, your banquet, get shorts. If they give $1,000 and there's money left over, I'll go to Run Great or something and see if I can get spikes. We can do stuff like that as well. So half of any business donation can be applied to any fees that the kid has for track. And if there's any new ones for track that wants to be applied for cross country next year, we can use that, half of that as well. I am the cross country coach as well, so I can make a list and just kind of apply that. You just make sure you talk to me about it so I know what's going on. If you're not able to find a business, which I would assume most people probably don't have a business contact, then we're asking every kid to raise $40 as their fundraiser. So, ask grandma to sponsor, ask a neighbor to sponsor, or someone at church, or somebody to sponsor you, and then just pay the $40 in the office, and that would be our fundraiser. So it's kind of instead of filling out something or selling chocolates or anything else, that's kind of what we're going to try and do this year. We need about $6,000 or $6,500 a year. That's what we look for. Every few years there's different expenses that come up. This year we had to buy a bunch of hurdles, so we spent about $5,000 on hurdles, and then all the fees and stuff for going to meets, but the hurdles were the main expense this year, and then we also have some equipment, some other little equipment that's a little cheaper, but that was the main expense. Every year there's something. Last year, what was last year's? Oh, we got a new timing system last year, which I didn't even get to put together and use, unfortunately. Pole vault, a couple years ago, 3-4 years ago, we got a new pole vault pads, spent about $14,000 on that. It's just every few years the big expenses are coming, so we just have to keep on getting those funds coming in so we can afford to upgrade things as they come up, so we have nice equipment all the time. Okay, 2 more quick things. Expectations, just make sure you're there every day. And if you can't be there, let your coach know ahead of time. It's convenient when it's like, oh yeah, you let your coach know after the fact. Let them know ahead of time, hey, I can't be there tomorrow, whatever reason. And please be on top of it. We have practice every day, 3 to 5. Don't plan a haircut in that time. Do it after. Don't go on a date at 4 o'clock. Schedule work after 5. All those things. You're part of our sports team. We expect you to be there. So please be on top of that. Dress for the weather, especially early in the season. It's going to be great one day and freezing cold the next. If you need to get a locker from the attendance office, get a locker. Put some extra warm clothes in there so that way it's just waiting just in case it's cold. If you show up to practice and you're not dressed for the weather, your coach might send you home. We're not going to risk somebody getting sick because they didn't go to practice dressed for the weather. So be ready for that. Welcome the challenge to get better every day. Look for the tough things. Ask your coach to give you the hard, a lot of sprinters want to do just the 100. Go train and practice so that way you can be great at the 100, the 200, and the 400. Go try to do multiple events. Be a sprinter and a long jumper. Be a distance kid and a javelin thrower. You don't know. Like sometimes you just have unexpected talents that we can use to help reach our goals. We really want to win both region titles again, and we're hoping to at least bring 1 trophy home from state. And I think all of those are very doable. So help us out. Challenge yourself. Don't look for the easy path. So much of track is life skills of, I want to do the hard thing. Challenge myself to get better. And then the other one I have written here is we bus to the meets. So there's 2 types of meets. We have JV meets or region meets. So we have region meets, which are usually midweek, mostly Wednesdays. Every once in a while there'll be a Tuesday one. And those start at 3:30. So we'll jump on a bus. Everyone's expected to be on the bus. If you're competing in that meet, you're not driving separate, ride the bus. And then we compete. We'd like you to stay till the end so that way you can support everybody. We love everybody on the 4x4, which is the last event, to be down on the corner. You'll find out what that is, and yelling, cheering, chanting the kids' name as they're coming around on the relays. It just creates such a great team atmosphere. We want everyone there. If your parent is there and you want to leave with parents, that's great. But ride the bus to the meet, and then you have to go with, if you're going to leave with someone else, it has to be a parent. It can't be someone else or someone else's parent. It needs to be a parent or guardian. So the first type of meet is a region meet. The other one is an invitational. Invitationals are usually weekends, so either Friday or Saturday, and it's limited participation. So we'll go to an invitational and they will say, okay, thanks for coming. You're only allowed to compete with 4 people per event, or maybe they'll say 5 people per event. So we'll look at our team and we will take our top 4 or 5 or whatever they're allowing us, and they will represent us in those events. Sometimes one of our top kids in the, let's say 200, we're going to have him run 4 other events instead of the 200, and so that would allow us to bring maybe the 5th kid instead of one of those other ones. So sometimes it goes a little bit farther than just 4 or 5. Just depends on what we're trying to do and how many we're allowed to bring. So those invitationals are a limited group, and they're usually high competition, getting us ready for state. You can qualify for state at invitationals as well as region. You can qualify at region if you are one of the top people in the region meet at the end of the season as well. Last thing I have on my paper is Spirit Pack. So every year we come up with a design of gear, shirts, hoodies, jackets, pants, different stuff that the kids can have to walk around school and represent the track. We encourage the kids to get something off of there. They don't have to get everything. They don't have to get anything. We just encourage them to have something on there so they can represent the track and field program and have a little pride in what we're doing. Anyone can purchase off the Spirit Pack. You know, it doesn't have to be just athletes. If grandma wants a hoodie or a jacket or something, she can do that too. Once they are shipped, they will get shipped to me, and then I will hand them out to the kids. And it usually takes about 3 weeks from with the close of the store. So we'll put a link to the store on this video, and then we'll also put it on the website. So I'm going to try and put as much information as we can on the website. Coach Keel does a good job of trying to compile some stuff on there, so I'll give him the information, a link to the store. It's actually already open, so you can already start purchasing. It will close next Tuesday, I believe. I'll have to double check on that, but I believe it closes next Tuesday. So get on that, try and order stuff off there ASAP if you need. And if you need shorts, you can also get shorts for your uniform on the store as well. I think I'm sure I'm forgetting stuff, but that's all I've got written down. If you have any questions at all, email me. That's the easiest way for me to get back to you. My email is jonathan.haag, JONATHAN.Haag, HAAG, at jordandistrict.org. So give me an email and I'll get back to you quick. I check it a lot, so I can try and answer any questions. If need be, we can have a Zoom question and answer session in the next week or so too, if there's interest. We can blast that out to everybody. I'm excited. Should be a good season, and there's going to be a lot of new kids that we don't know just because we didn't have much of a season last year. So it's always exciting just to kind of get going again and see where we're at. So thank you. If you have any questions, again, get a hold of me and we'll go from there. Have a good one.